Picture this. You're in your 60s, your spirit is vibrant, your zest for life undimmed, and you have experiences and wisdom younger men can only aspire to. You feel young at heart, ready to embrace adventures, connections, and the joys of intimacy. Yet, when it comes to that private, crucial aspect of life, physical intimacy, things might feel noticeably different, perhaps less reliably or less vigorous than they once were. That spark, that effortless confidence might seem harder to ignite. If this resonates, please understand profoundly that you are not navigating these waters alone. This is an incredibly common yet often quietly born experience shared by countless men as the years accumulate. The subtle shifts, a dip in stamina, a waning of that once instinctive drive, moments of performance that don't quite meet your own expectations, are frequently the natural companions of aging, influenced by complex biological changes. But what if these changes weren't an inevitable decline? What if you could actively reclaim that vitality, bolster your inner strength, reignite your confidence, and enhance your intimate performance using powerful, natural tools already within your grasp? The empowering truth is you absolutely can exert significant influence. Today, we're delving deep into the science and practical application of 3 potent, readily available vitamins that serve as foundational pillars for restoring and maintaining robust male health. Remarkably, the keys to unlocking this renewed vigor might already be sitting in your pantry or refrigerator. But the crucial question isn't just having them, it's understanding how to harness their full potential, correctly, consistently, and effectively. This knowledge is transformative. So stay with me until the very end, because we'll meticulously unpack not just the what, but the how these unassuming nutrients interact with your body's systems, how to optimize their intake, and how they can genuinely revolutionize your daily energy, your self-assurance, and your intimate life. Before we embark on this detailed exploration, I genuinely invite you to connect. Leave a comment below sharing where you're tuning in from. Let's build a supportive community, a brotherhood of men who are proactively taking the reins of their health and well-being, sharing the journey and the victories. Now let's peel back the layers and confront the hidden truths about aging and male performance head-on, armed with knowledge and practical solutions. Aging in its essence is a beautiful, natural progression, a testament to life lived. However, the narrative that it must equate to slowing down, diminishing returns, or resigning oneself to a lesser version of vitality is simply untrue and disempowering. Biologically, several key shifts occur over time that directly impact the factors underpinning male performance and confidence. Perhaps the most discussed is the gradual natural decline in testosterone levels, often beginning subtly in a man's 40s and becoming more noticeable in the decades that follow. Testosterone isn't just about libido, it's the bedrock of muscle mass, bone density, overall energy metabolism, mood regulation, and yes, sexual function. Concurrently, the cardiovascular system, the very engine driving life and performance, undergoes changes. Blood vessels can lose some elasticity, circulation might become less efficient, and the heart may not pump with the same youthful force. This diminished blood flow is particularly critical for erectile function, which relies entirely on a rapid, robust influx of blood. Furthermore, the cumulative weight of stress, whether from work, relationships, financial concerns, or health worries, takes an exponentially heavier toll on an aging body. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, a hormone that directly antagonizes testosterone production and disrupts numerous bodily systems. The combined result of these biological shifts? Reduced energy reserves that deplete faster, diminished stamina that makes sustained activity more challenging, and a tangible decline in sexual performance that can profoundly impact self-esteem and relationships. It creates a frustrating cycle where feeling less capable leads to anxiety, which further hinders performance. The good news, the truly empowering news, is that nature, in its infinite wisdom, has equipped us with potent allies to counter these age-related challenges. We are not passive victims of time. Strategic nutrition, focusing on specific, powerful vitamins, can act like precision tools, working wonders to improve blood flow, reignite cellular energy production, support hormonal balance, protect against cellular damage, and ultimately help you feel more like your vibrant, capable self again. These vitamins aren't magic bullets, but they are essential cofactors in the biochemical processes that govern vitality. So which specific nutrients deserve your focused attention? Let's embark on a detailed examination of each powerhouse vitamin, understanding their unique roles, the consequences of deficiency, and precisely how to integrate them effectively into your life. Vitamin D, often celebrated as the sunshine vitamin, stands as our first crucial ally. Imagine this common scenario. You wake up after a full night's sleep, yet instead of feeling refreshed and invigorated, a pervasive sluggishness weighs you down. Your body feels heavier, your usual morning energy is conspicuously absent, and even simple tasks require more effort. It's easy to dismiss this as simply getting older, a passive acceptance of diminishing returns. However, the underlying culprit could be far more specific and surprisingly common: a significant deficiency in vitamin D. This essential nutrient earns its nickname because your skin synthesizes it naturally when exposed to ultraviolet B rays from sunlight. However, here's the startling reality that often goes unaddressed. Research consistently shows that more than 40% of adults over the age of 60 have clinically low levels of vitamin D. This percentage doesn't just stagnate. It climbs dramatically higher during the winter months in regions with less intense sunlight, and is also exacerbated by spending more time indoors, using sunscreen, which blocks UVB, and the skin's reduced efficiency in producing vitamin D as we age. Why should this widespread deficiency alarm men concerned about their vitality and performance? Because vitamin D is not merely about bone health. It is directly and critically linked to cardiovascular function, specifically blood flow and circulation. These are the very cornerstones of achieving and maintaining strong, reliable, long-lasting erections. The mechanism is both elegant and scientifically robust. Vitamin D plays a pivotal role in stimulating the endothelial cells lining your blood vessels to produce nitric oxide, NO. Nitric oxide is a master signaling molecule, a potent vasodilator. Its primary function is to relax the smooth muscle within the walls of your arteries and veins, causing them to whiten. This dilation significantly reduces resistance within the vascular system, allowing blood to flow more freely, efficiently, and powerfully throughout the entire body. When this enhanced circulation reaches the pelvic region, it directly supports the complex hemodynamic process essential for firm erections. Numerous clinical studies corroborate this, demonstrating that men who achieve and sustain optimal vitamin D serum levels experience measurable improvements, stronger and more sustainable erections, enhanced overall sexual function, and often a correlated improvement in mood and general well-being. Conversely, the consequences of insufficient vitamin D are starkly negative. Poor circulation isn't just an inconvenience, it manifests as weaker, less reliable erections, a pervasive lack of energy that saps motivation, and significantly, it contributes to long-term cardiovascular issues like hypertension and arterial stiffness, creating a vicious cycle that further impacts performance. Therefore, actively optimizing your vitamin D status is non-negotiable. How can you effectively achieve this? Sunlight exposure remains the most natural method. Aim for sensible, unprotected exposure, arms and legs if possible, for 15 to 20 minutes most days, ideally during midday when UV rays are most abundant, but avoiding burning. Dietary sources are vital, especially when sunlight is scarce. Prioritize fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, tuna, and sardines. Incorporate mushrooms exposed to UV light. Check labels. Include fortified dairy products, milk, yogurt, and plant-based alternatives, soy or almond milk, and consider egg yolks. However, for many men over 60, especially in northern latitudes with darker skin, which synthesizes vitamin D less efficiently, or who cover up for health reasons, diet and sunlight alone are insufficient to reach optimal levels. This is where high-quality vitamin D3 cholecalciferol supplementation becomes essential. D3 is the form most readily used by the body. Crucially, always consult your doctor before starting any supplement. They can test your current levels, 25-hydroxyvitamin D test, and recommend an appropriate dosage, often higher than the standard RDA for deficient individuals, and monitor your progress. The transformative effects reported by many men are compelling. Noticeable surges in energy within weeks, improved mood and outlook, and significantly enhanced sexual performance, making vitamin D a foundational pillar for reclaiming vitality.
Our second indispensable nutrient, vitamin B12, functions as the body's essential energy igniter. Do you frequently experience that frustrating sensation of being utterly drained, physically sluggish, or mentally foggy, despite logging what should be sufficient, even ample hours of sleep? This pervasive fatigue, this feeling of running on empty even after rest, is a lament echoed by millions of men crossing the threshold of 60. While multiple factors can contribute, one prevalent, often overlooked, and readily addressable cause is vitamin B12 deficiency. This water-soluble vitamin is absolutely fundamental to three critical physiological processes that directly underpin your energy, nerve function, and circulatory health, all vital for overall vitality and performance. Firstly, B12 is a key coenzyme in the complex metabolic pathways that convert the food you eat, carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, into adenosine triphosphate, ATP, the fundamental cellular currency of energy. Without sufficient B12, this conversion process becomes inefficient, leading directly to persistent fatigue, muscle weakness, and a general lack of physical drive. Secondly, B12 plays a critical role in maintaining the health of your nervous system. It is essential for the formation and repair of the myelin sheath, the protective fatty layer that insulates nerve fibers. Healthy myelin ensures rapid and accurate transmission of nerve signals. This is paramount not only for general movement and coordination, but also for the intricate nerve signaling involved in sexual sensation, arousal, and the physical responses necessary for performance. Thirdly, B12 is indispensable for healthy blood. It works closely with folate in the synthesis of DNA and is crucial for the proper formation and maturation of red blood cells within your bone marrow. Healthy, properly formed red blood cells are the oxygen carriers of your body. When B12 is deficient, red blood cell production falters, potentially leading to megaloblastic anemia, a condition where red blood cells are large, immature, and inefficient at carrying oxygen. The consequence? Reduced oxygen delivery to every organ and tissue in your body, including the muscles and nerves critical for sexual function and endurance. The symptoms of B12 deficiency are debilitating. Profound fatigue and low stamina where even rest doesn't fully restore your energy. Weakened endurance, making physical exertion and sustained sexual activity significantly harder. And brain fog, characterized by poor concentration, forgetfulness, and a frustrating mental sluggishness that impacts confidence and presence. The challenge intensifies with age due to physiological changes. Many older adults produce less stomach acid and intrinsic factor, a protein secreted by the stomach lining that is absolutely essential for B12 absorption in the small intestine. Furthermore, common medications like proton pump inhibitors or PPIs for acid reflux or metformin for diabetes can further impair B12 absorption. This perfect storm makes deficiency extremely common, yet frequently undiagnosed in the over 60 population. Combating this requires proactive strategies. Increase intake of B12-rich foods, lean meats, beef, chicken liver, turkey, fish, salmon, tuna, and trout. Shellfish, clams are exceptionally high. Eggs and dairy products, milk, cheese, and yogurt. For vegetarians, and especially vegans, fortified foods, nutritional yeast, cereals, plant milks, are crucial, but often insufficient alone. Given the high prevalence of absorption issues, supplementation is frequently necessary and highly effective. High-quality sublingual B12 tablets, dissolved under the tongue or sprays, can bypass potential gut absorption problems. In cases of severe deficiency or diagnosed pernicious anemia, an autoimmune condition destroying intrinsic factor, B12 injections prescribed by a doctor are the most direct route to rapidly restoring levels. Men who successfully elevate their B12 status often report transformative results. A marked surge in daily energy levels, sharper mental clarity and focus, improved physical activity tolerance, and consequently, a significant boost in both general stamina and sexual performance, reigniting a sense of robust well-being.
Completing our trio is vitamin E, frequently hailed as the fertility vitamin, but its benefits extend far beyond that single aspect. It stands as a potent, fat-soluble antioxidant, a crucial defender against oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is a fundamental biological process implicated in aging itself, as well as in reduced circulation, cellular damage, inflammation, and declining sexual function. Imagine it as internal rusting. Free radicals, unstable molecules, damage cells and tissues over time. Vitamin E acts as a protective shield,
neutralizing these free radicals before they can wreak havoc, particularly on delicate cell membranes and sensitive tissues. Its specific contributions to men's health, especially concerning circulation and performance, are profound. Primarily, vitamin E is a powerful enhancer of blood circulation. It helps maintain the flexibility and health of endothelial cells lining the blood vessels. It inhibits the oxidation of low-density lipoprotein, LDL cholesterol. Oxidized LDL is a key player in the formation of atherosclerotic plaques that stiffen and narrow arteries. By protecting blood vessels from this damage and inflammation, vitamin E promotes vasodilation and smoother blood flow. Efficient circulation is paramount for achieving strong, sustainable erections, as erectile function is fundamentally a vascular event. In fact, compromised blood flow is arguably the most common physical cause of erectile dysfunction in aging men. Secondly, vitamin E actively combats chronic inflammation. While acute inflammation is a necessary healing response, chronic low-grade inflammation is a silent destroyer, damaging blood vessels, heart tissue, and even the reproductive system over time. By quenching free radicals and modulating inflammatory pathways, vitamin E acts as a natural anti-inflammatory agent, supporting cardiovascular health and creating a more favorable internal environment for overall function. Thirdly, and critically, vitamin E plays a vital, supportive role in testosterone production and hormonal balance. While not a direct precursor like vitamin D, studies suggest that vitamin E's antioxidant properties protect the Leydig cells in the testes, responsible for testosterone synthesis from oxidative damage. Furthermore, by reducing systemic inflammation and improving overall cellular health, it supports the optimal functioning of the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis, the complex hormonal feedback loop that regulates testosterone production. Low testosterone levels are intrinsically linked to decreased libido, weaker erections, reduced muscle mass, and lower energy, all factors vitamin E helps address indirectly but significantly. Ensuring adequate intake is therefore vital. How can you effectively boost your levels? Snack strategically on nuts and seeds. Almonds, sunflower seeds, hazelnuts, and peanuts are exceptionally rich sources. Incorporate healthy oils into your daily diet. Use extra virgin olive oil liberally for salad dressings, drizzling over vegetables, or light cooking. Wheat germ oil is one of the most concentrated sources, though strongly flavored. Sunflower and safflower oils are also good options. Consume more leafy green vegetables. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and collard greens provide substantial vitamin E along with a wealth of other beneficial nutrients and fiber. While severe deficiency is rare, marginal insufficiency is common and can suddenly undermine vascular health, contributing to poorer circulation, less reliable erections, and diminished sexual vitality. Making these foods staples is a simple yet powerful strategy for foundational support.
While these three vitamins, D, B12, and E, are potent individual actors, their true transformative power is unleashed when integrated into a synergistic, holistic approach to health. Vitamins are essential cofactors, but they function optimally within the context of a body that is actively cared for through fundamental lifestyle practices. If your genuine goal is to optimize circulation, support healthy testosterone levels, enhance energy, and elevate overall vitality well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond, then embracing these interconnected habits is paramount. Regular physical exercise is non-negotiable. It doesn't require becoming a gym rat. Consistency and appropriateness are key. Activities like brisk walking, swimming, cycling, yoga, or light resistance training work wonders. Exercise directly improves endothelial function and blood flow, strengthens the heart muscle, helps maintain a healthy weight, reducing vascular strain, and crucially, stimulates the body's natural production of testosterone. Keeping muscles active also boosts metabolism and improves insulin sensitivity. Effective stress management is equally critical. Chronic stress is the silent killer of vitality. The constant elevation of cortisol directly suppresses testosterone synthesis, disrupts sleep patterns, increases inflammation, and can significantly dampen libido. Developing daily practices to mitigate stress is essential. Explore mindfulness meditation, deep diaphragmatic breathing exercises, even 5 to 10 minutes daily, progressive muscle relaxation, spending time in nature, engaging in hobbies you love, or fostering meaningful social connections. Prioritizing high-quality sleep is the third pillar of this foundation. Sleep is not downtime, It's prime time for restoration and hormonal regulation. It's during deep sleep that your body undertakes crucial repair processes and experiences significant pulses of growth hormone and testosterone production. Chronic sleep deprivation or poor sleep quality leads to measurable drops in testosterone, increased cortisol, persistent fatigue, reduced cognitive function, and inevitably, weaker sexual performance. Aim rigorously for 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted, restorative sleep per night. Establish a calming pre-sleep routine. Optimize your sleep environment, cool, dark, quiet, and limit screen time before bed. Nutrition, of course, underpins it all. Beyond focusing on vitamins D, B12, and E, ensure a balanced diet rich in lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, healthy fats, like those containing vitamin E, and a rainbow of fruits and vegetables providing a spectrum of antioxidants and phytonutrients. Adequate hydration is also fundamental for all cellular processes, including circulation. By consciously and consistently combining targeted nutritional support, including these key vitamins, with regular physical activity, dedicated stress reduction techniques, and prioritizing deep, restorative sleep, you create a powerful, self-reinforcing ecosystem of health. This integrated approach doesn't just help you maintain strength and confidence, it actively helps you feel younger, more energetic, resilient, and authentically ready to embrace all aspects of life with vigor and presence. Here's the essential, empowering takeaway. Knowledge only becomes power when coupled with action. You now possess detailed insights into 3 fundamental vitamins: vitamin D for foundational cardiovascular health and nitric oxide-driven blood flow, vitamin B12 for cellular energy production, nerve health, and combating fatigue, and vitamin E for antioxidant protection, enhanced circulation, and supporting hormonal balance, each playing a distinct and crucial role in revitalizing your energy and performance as a vibrant man over 60. Understanding their mechanisms and the consequences of deficiency is the first vital step, but the transformative shift happens when you translate this understanding into daily, intentional choices. Passively knowing that salmon is good for you is different from deliberately incorporating it into your meals several times a week. Recognizing the importance of sunlight is distinct from consciously stepping outside for 20 minutes each day. Awareness of stress's impact remains theoretical without implementing a daily mindfulness practice. The power lies entirely in your hands to initiate change. Don't wait for a crisis or a further decline. The best time to invest in your vitality is right now, today. Begin by assessing your current habits. Could you add a handful of almonds to your afternoon snack? Could you schedule that short walk in the sunshine? Could you explore a simple meditation app tonight? Small, consistent actions accumulate into profound results. So I pose this question to you, not rhetorically, but as a catalyst for commitment. Based on what resonated most deeply, perhaps the pervasive fatigue, the concerns about circulation, or the desire for hormonal support, which one of these vital nutrients will you prioritize first in your journey? Share your commitment and your starting point in the comments below. Let's build momentum together. If this deep dive into natural solutions for reclaiming your vitality has provided value, clarity, or motivation, please show your support. Smash that like button. It genuinely helps spread this important message to more men who need it. Subscribe to stay connected. We delve into many more science-backed strategies for thriving in your prime years. And finally, if you've dedicated the time to read all the way through to this conclusion, type, "I'm taking charge" in the comments. It's a simple declaration, a signal to yourself in this growing community that you're ready to actively own your health and vitality. Thank you for investing this time in yourself. The journey to sustained vigor continues, and I look forward to sharing more insights and victories with you moving forward.